What is up, YouTube? Today we're back with another Guild War video, and we are fighting against Arkadia, and they're ranked number 3, so it's going to be a bit of a sweaty war. I'm expecting some pretty nice traps from them, and this video is pulled completely from a VOD from Twitch, so if you guys haven't followed me there already, please go do so at twitch.tv/vikchun with a K. And yeah, it's really a good time. Hope you guys can enjoy. One thing I do want to point out is we do have a new profile card. Shout out to Dim Sum for sale. If any of you guys are looking to get any commissionable work for a specific profile card, he has a lot of different options, catalogs that you'll see on screen right now. So make sure you go shoot him a message on Discord if you guys would like to, or you'll see him in my stream as he's one of my mods as well. So Dim Sum, thank you for making this profile card. Thank you very much. But yeah, we're gonna jump straight into the Guild War attacks and let's go right ahead. Alright, so round number 1 is going to be against Rage Mode 7, and this is going to be Broman, Senya, and Lilius. Obviously, the skin makes it look like it's not Senya anymore, so it's kind of weird. But we're going to be going with a buff stacking comp because the Broman can strip 2 buffs and it's a 2-turn silence. So if you're thinking of running something like a hand guy with Sweet Miracle, number 1, you don't really know the tuning, how fast they are, and you don't know the effectiveness. Like, maybe you don't have a max copy, it might not proc. It's just not a good comp. So we're going to go with a buff stacking comp here, similar to like Ran, Senya, Lilius, where you overload the buffs, where these units can only strip 2 buffs, respectively, from their S3. Our Candy is going to be on a Protection Aureus set. Now, we don't have immunity because Candy doesn't provide anti-crit resistance buff to herself. So regardless, whatever unit that can strip 2, it'll strip her for sure, right? So you just want to have a bigger barrier from the protection set, which is 12% off 29.2k. Our LCB is going to be on a lifesteal penetration set. So this is going to be on Benimaru Tachi. So we have immunity, we have pen set, and lifesteal. We want to be basically as slow as possible because we don't want her to cycle outside of the invincibility from the Elena. So that's why we have her kind of as close to base speed as possible. And the Elena here is going to be on Guardian Ice Crystals because we want to have some extra protection in case we ever need it for whatever unit. And this is going to be the Cleanse EE. And we're going to be having immunity, which is the most important thing because the immunity is going to allow us to buff stack with the anti-crit, the barrier, the immunity, as I've talked before in previous videos. And yeah, we want to have her at a relatively higher speed because at 238 speed, we cut 20%, which is going to move to about 297.5, which let's just chalk it up to 298. And overall, the idea here is whichever unit here moves first, any AoE, we're going to S3 with Elena, buff stack entirely so that we can't get stripped, and then everything should be fine and dandy. Bottom team is going to be pretty straightforward. There's a fire unit, there's a dark unit, there's a light unit, so we're just going to run baits, right? So Airwell is going to be on a Bastion of Perlucia here so that we have the immunity, we have the barrier that's going to provide that initial protection to our Shu, because if this is like, a 300 ML Shu on the enemy team, or a 300 speed Bellion that has 400 effectiveness, for example, we have the immunity, we have the barrier to cover us from the injury in the beginning, and all's good, right? Destina here is just going to be on a standard speed immunity build, so she's going to be on Idle Cheer because Edward's going to be constantly hitting her over and over. So that Idle Cheer plus the AoE from the Bellion is just going to perma cycle our ML Shu to just win like automatically. And then our ML Shu here is going to be on POV, speed, and crit. Just a standard PvP build. You don't really need to change this. The faster the better, just because we can cycle with the Destina S2 and from the Idle Cheer, so we get just infinite CR. And yeah, it should be pretty consistent for these attacks. So let us go right ahead. Alright, so it's Curse, Compass, Broman around, I'd say, 250 speed. And because we are buff stack, he cannot death break us, as we said. And a few things that we want to check, right? Anytime you're fighting Senya Lilius, you always want to make sure you check CR, number 1, if you're going to be reporting back. And not only that, you want to check the EEs, right? So if you guys don't know how to check the EEs already, I've already talked about this in many videos. There's going to be little arrows here around the boxes. This is going to tell us this is S3 damage EE. This one's going to tell us this Gab EE, right? You can always just click and read the skill and find out, or you can just take a quick peek. And anytime you take a screenshot of the CR bar for the rest of your guild, like, you'll just kind of be able to tell, right? But anyway, there's really nothing to really yap about. We're just going to press S3 on the Elena here and just go from there.
The chosen ones. Blessings of the stars.
I think we might have forgot to turn off auto battle, by the way, which is not ideal. But yeah. So Senya's going to be, sorry, Lily is going to be 20.1k HP. 20.2 really rounded up. LCB is going to move. Senya goes third. I'm assuming this is a really high effectiveness Senya. Oh no, it's just a base speed Senya with high attack with Warhorn probably. Oh yeah, this defense is free then. Okay, then if that's the case, we're just gonna one-shot the Senya. Since we saw that it's 12k, like it's not gonna have any bulk, it's just pure DPS, so we just go Senya first. Yeah, we gotta turn off auto battle. Whoops. Oh, it's Holy Sack, not Warhorn. That's probably fine.
I'm well aware of what you're planning.
S1. Okay, pushed us back. S1, 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 counter.
Merely delay the inevitable.
Yeah, this defense is just dead.
Are you doubting me?
S1, that's my bad for forgetting. S1, Lily is dead. Right, free round 1. Symbol of Unity Lilius, thank you. Alright, so we're gonna grab the CR bar. This looks like it's around maybe 270 speed, 265 speed, whatever the case might be. Protection set Bellion. Protection set Bellion with no immunity, nothing. So it's just Aureus. Okay. So I thought this was a lot more thought out. I thought this was some really big trap, but it turns out it's just RTA builds. So we're just gonna S3 shoe onto the enemy shoe. And since we still have barrier from Bastion and Perlucia, it gives us the protection. It's 30k prayer solitude shoe. Okay. Noted. We can put our barrier up again. Making her lose run the rotation is gonna be good for us. So just gonna S3 here.
The weight of the oath I've taken will be brought down.
And we could push our shoe down. Let me think about this for a second. Do we want to push shoot down? If we push shoot down, we get one more rotation of injury, custom down, Destina cleanse. If it's high effectiveness, I think pushing down is not a bad thing. I think it's not a bad thing. Yeah, we can just cycle. We're not going to be any danger because we have escort, right? So it's all good.
I'm always open to new opportunities.
And
The beating of your heart is a disturbance.
okay. S1 provoked us. Oh, okay. So it's a effectiveness. It's an effectiveness Bellion protection set on Aureus. Am I getting that right? I think I'm getting that right, right? Yeah, it's a protection set effectiveness Bellion on Aureus. Okay.
So, you think you're ready to rumble? Good try.
Okay, S3. So this is gonna S3 as well, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I was talking about how Destina is really low ER. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's true. But just okay. Just S1 this. Nothing to look at. Just S1 this. S1 Bellion. Maybe remove some. Oh, okay, never mind. Didn't remove speed buff. We get the push from Idol. Idol just infinite CR gain. S1 shoe. Finish off shoe with 2k fix. Not quite. So S1 probably doesn't kill. So I'm just gonna go for an S2 push down the shoe here. Because I also get our 5 focus stack, so that'll be good. Okay, so now I can start working. Billion is S1. I'll just go for the Ed here. I go for the Bellion. Go for the Bellion because she's the Aureus holder and it's gonna splash the shoe anyway. And then we just try to strip Sepa. We just never press S3 on Arrowwell now. Since we don't want to debuff him, right? It's injury Edward. Okay.
Don't be afraid.
Just S1.
What, you think this is a joke?
Just S1 here.
I made it in the
And I'm pretty sure with speed, but we're just gonna out cycle here. Yeah, we're gonna cycle. Sacred Scythe. Interesting. Alright. Well, that team is dead. Dismantled. And yeah, GG. Nice and clean. Moving over into our second attack today then. Alright, so for round number 2, we're hitting Myrddin, and it's going to be a Randstania Lilius defense. So similar to our first attack, we're already geared for it, so don't mind me, we're going to do another RSL Scout, I guess. And again, candy's gonna be prot sets, HP protection sets, just HP sets so that we get extra protection from the barrier. And then our Elena's gonna be guarding ice crystals, immunity and speed, high bulk so that you can tank Senya going first, and the buffs are gonna stack so that Rand that strips 2 buffs can't strip your immunity off. And we're gonna have our lifesteal penetration set and also immunity from our Benimaru's Tachi. Nothing special. Again, similar to our first comp, and you guys have seen it many times before. Just if you're gonna scout this, just follow this, okay? Is it trappable? Yes. Do I expect this to trap this? Probably not. Round 2 is going to be Amit Zio Kisei. So I'm going to be going with TRG with double Earth units since the Kisei is going to go into TRG and go for the reflect damage. So basically you just want to have a high HP, guide to a decision, because you don't want to run stuff like Proof of Valor or stuff like Adamant Shield, because that reduces the amount of damage that Kisei will do, which means she will take less reflect damage. So you could probably switch this for Holy Sacrifice. Well, wait, no, not Holy Sacrifice. You go Holy Sacrifice and you die, you're not going to reflect. So probably just guide to decision is your best in slot, or maybe something like a Lover's Artifact. That'll probably be okay as well. And the Senya here is our second unit. It's going to be on speed immunity and just Aureus to provide a little bit of mitigation for the TRG. Not really super necessary. Honestly, this should be Yulha technically speaking, but all's fair in the new Senya skin, and you guys are watching the video because you guys clicked into the thumbnails because it's clickbait, so I got you. Yeah. Anyway, Destina is going to be on a Guardian Ice Crystal build, speed immunity, just because we just had the immunity from the last fight, so release imprint just so that we have even more HP for our TRG. And yeah, the idea is just Kisei is going to kill herself, and then Senya is going to press S3, and then they eventually die to the counters, and it should be pretty free. So let us go right ahead. All fine. Secret Art Storm Sword. Oh, isn't this an Inferno Trap? Oh, this is an Inferno Trap. Yeah, nice one, Myrddin. Nice one. Nice. Very nice. So, yeah, we're still fine. We just S3. So, it's Gab E, S2 push E on the Lilius, and looks like an Inferno Trap.
Shine forever in the light of the
so, we S3 here. This is going to proc the Senya S3, or sorry, S2. And she's gonna press S3. We have invincibility, immunity, everything, so should be fine. Yep, looks good. This is gonna push the Ran up with Secret Art, and this is gonna push the Lilius up. Let's see if he tuned it properly. Nice, he tuned it properly. Well made defense. Ran's gonna S2, S3, 15.2k, so probably just high F, HP neck. And actually strips off some of the buffs, so it's actually, okay. The latest is 10.7k, probably full damage, like Symbol or something, Portrait. And yeah, Symbol of Unity. So in this game state, what do? If we S3, that means we lose our invincibility and we might get targeted by the other units, which can provoke lock us, which is kind of not ideal. It's 10k Lilius. So if I S3 into Lilius, it'll die. I get Vigor. S1, Elena goes into Senya, which means she counters. Okay, if it counters, I get another counter. S1 goes into the Elena. I don't even need S3. We can just S1 this. Because like it's just gonna die, right? And then we just S1 into the Senya here. It's POV. So maybe in a Runka trap? No, not a Runka trap. This is probably just an Inferno trap. 18k Senya POV. S1 on the. Well, technically we could have S1 onto the. We should have S1 on the Senya actually. Whoops, that's a misplay. Procer S2 again. And then S1 Elena here. Counters. We don't mind the counters because we do want our LCB to attack sooner than later. S1 onto the Ran. Headshot. We counter. He's gonna lose the counter buff. And we're eventually gonna be able to Soulburn S1 with the Lilius, and then we just kill him. This new Senya skin honestly is very yeah, very eh. Boom, headshot. Yes sir. Alright, 18k, all good. We still have immunity on our LCB, so it's all good. So we're gonna S1 here, which gets another counter off. And get ready to Soulburn S1 with our LCB to kill. Headshot. Okay, there we go. Looking at our second fight. So Zio moves first into my Senya. All good. We actually resisted. I'm assuming that's 15. That's got to be a 15, yeah. So Amid moves second. Fan of Light and Dark. Kisei is probably full damage. Oh wow, that's unfortunate that the buffs actually didn't go to Kisei, which means she doesn't die now. But that's fine. We grab the CR bar anyway. Looks like it's skill reduction EE. Oh, it's not S2 damage EE. Oh. Maybe. I don't know what this is trapping for. I have no idea what this is trapping for. I was gonna think like maybe this is trapping for like Politis Briar or something, but it like yeah, no, it's fine. Anyway, just press S3 with the Senya. And then once the Destina gets her turn, we should be good to go. S1, we counter. Proc GIC, nice, good stuff. Miss crit, nice. And we're just gonna tank it like a boss, I guess. Okay, she's dead. Let's just S3 here. Just S3. And then it's gonna go into Senya. Senya's gonna kill. Nice.
I'll take them out.
Alright. Senya S1 should kill. Not quite. Almost there. This will kill though. Beautiful. Alright, nice and easy. Alright, let's move over to our last attack today then. So for our last attack today, we'll be hitting Athyre, who is one of my ex-guildies from Parabellum. And it's going to be a Sea Lilies DDR Eufine team. So I'm going to be running Elvira to counter the Fighting Spirit gain from the Abyssal Eufine. And it's going to be Bastion of Hope, because we want to make sure that we resist the DDR from sleeping us and not basically locking us down. That'd be really bad. And we're going to be running Rowana here on a speed build with HP. And we're going to be running Shamadra. So with the Shamadra and the Bastion of Hope, my Elvira is going to be 381 ER. And honestly, if the DDR sleeps my Elvira and I lose, you know, we'll chalk it up to say that it's GG, right? And then Benimaru is going to be on a Lifesteal Penetration set on Benimaru's Tachi. So the idea here is I'm going to have either one of these units take extra turns into Benimaru, and Benimaru is going to S3, or we're going to have Benimaru cut 20 CR with Eufine cutting 40% of his S2. And you can see here his S2 gives 40% CR, so Eufine cuts this in half, so we're only going to gain 20. And the idea here is basically we're going to let Elvira S3 into the DDR, Benimaru is going to S3 into the DDR and kill, and then S2. And because we're on lifesteal, in case this is like an Elbrus or something, we're not just going to die right off the bat, and we have enough bulk on our Benimaru to survive a hit. And even if it does Elbrus, it's going to basically heal us to full with a Rowana, so we're not really worried in that regard. For the bottom is going to be Nakwal, Candy, and Shu. So we're thinking, usually this is kind of like a Emoken trap. So we're going to be running Bunny Dom to counteract with the Monk here. So Bunny Dom's going to be on a Doctor's Bag build. This is more so just like a PvP build. I don't really feel the need to change it, but hopefully I don't regret it. And then bottom second unit is going to be Arrowwell here, which is going to be on Adamant Shield, on Speed HP, and basically just tanking the Shu and providing protection, or the barrier from the specialty change for the Shu. And then the LCB is going to be on a Destro Penetration build with the Golden Rose, because we're most likely not going to fall under 50% HP, so Sacred Scythe is kind of diminishing returns. So having Golden Rose give us that extra damage boost to kind of bring the team down faster is probably a bit more ideal. And yeah, it should be okay. Alternatively, if you were going to hit this first team, you could maybe run something like a Lionheart, but either way, I think it should be okay. So let's go ahead for it. So Circus, Fantasia, 16.1k Sea Lilius. He's not gonna land. Yeah, I'm 381 ER. There's just no way. Okay, we're good. So immunity Eufine. No immunity DDR. Okay, we're good. So we're just gonna S3 into the DDR here. Hopefully stick a Death Break. Hopefully. Okay, we got resisted, but it's fine because we're just gonna S3 onto the DDR. Since he's the main lose condition, right? So we're just gonna one-shot him, and then we're gonna proc S2. And surely he doesn't Elbrus or whatever and kill me. I am gonna actually S3 here just in case it is a nuke Euphine. I'm just gonna make sure that we don't die here. So we bury up here. Euphine's gonna S1 into us. It should be okay. 18k, so it looks like a pretty standard Euphine. And then this is just gonna perma heal us with Roanna, like we said. Gonna S1 on the Sea Lilies to try to drag the provoke here. Blood mana to stick to Beguile stacks if possible. Would be nice. And Beguile sticks, perfecto. S1 onto the Sea Lilius. And because I do want him to pull the dual attacks, I'm just gonna Soul Burn S1 into the Euphine here. Counter. This is gonna heal us again. All good. So we do have revive, so we don't really need to be too concerned about dying to the Euphine here.
The time has come.
Heal us up. Nice. Okay, S1. Hold on. This is an important turn. Hold on. If I S1 I kill this Sililius, is that better? That's probably better, right? Yeah, that's probably better. Yeah. That's probably better. S1.
What a pity.
S1.
This is just the
Wait, S1 here. Fish for counter. Didn't get counter. We have lifesteal, so we're fine. So if he counters us, we're okay. And then we go for a death break. I know my chat's saying kill Euphine Conk, but I don't really think it matters as long as we're lifesteal. If we were not lifesteal of any Maro, we probably would have lost already. Just gonna S3 just to stabilize. Like, doesn't matter. We didn't get attacked down, which means this guy's probably dead. Counter, no attack down. Nice, beautiful. And then just Soul Burn S1 Benny, and then he's dead. Okay, Soul Burn S1, headshot. Dead. Okay, so looking at the second team, let's see if it's just knockoff first. Yeah, it's just knockoff first. Okay, so it looks like he's just on RTA builds. RTA builds or on arena build or something of the sort, but either way it's not gonna matter. So he's gonna S3, that triggers a counter on our LCB. Only 19k HP on Shu, that's kind of interesting. Okay. So based on my counter, with attack buff here, we should be able to just one-shot. So I'm gonna S3 here onto the... Well, I can't S3 and reset. Am I reset here too? Yeah, I'm reset here as well. S1 gets immunity. Silence doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter what I do, to be honest. Probably just S1 Shu, I guess.
Another trial to
Try to strip speed buff here, slow her tempo down. Nice. Salvo maybe? No salvo. S1. Sleep the Shu maybe. Stop tempo. No. Nope. That's fine. We stun Shu now on third rotation, so she can S3. Candy is gonna S1, which means we counter, and it should be a free win. LCB moves. We're gonna move in front of the knockwall as well. Salvo is actually good for us. So I'm actually just going to go for an S1 here. Just for the sake of saving animation. You know, maybe hitting Candy better, but I mean, the grand scheme of things, I don't think it matters at this point. Because he's not going to be able to S3 kill through Arrowwell Escort, so it's fine. Especially with Adamant Shield too. Okay, he heals, all good. We're just going to Soul Burn S1 with the LCB after the counter, and should be pretty free. So Soul Burn S1, headshot. Oh, he's Holy Sack. Okay. So we're just gonna tank it up then. So S3 heal up, and then we strip this, hopefully. The S3s, it's fine. Escort Adamant Shield, I don't believe this can kill me. There's just no way. Yeah, there's just no way. S1? Dead. Perfect. Nice and clean. I was a bit worried for maybe half a second, but I'm like, nah, can't kill through Arrowwell, so pretty clean. So let's go ahead. Alright, so that's going to do it for today's Guild War video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. And it was a fun war hanging out with a lot of the Arkadia guys in Twitch as well, to see kind of, you know, having them ask me to hit their specific towers as well, which is really fun. And I think this is something that we'll continue to do moving forward with our attacks on stream. But as always, please consider dropping a like and comment below to help me with the algorithm. Subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss out on any future videos. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Happy hunt day, and hope you guys hit those 20+ speeders. See you guys. Bye.